Welcome to the Game Changer 00100 show. I'm your host, Game Changer. And today, somebody from real life actually sent me a Kendra G post. So, regular people who don't really, because he doesn't deal in the Manosphere at all, that don't deal in the Manosphere at all are starting to get looped in by Manosphere people, by Manosphere content creators, by Instagram content creators. So it's getting close. And to be quite frank, it's only a matter of time before I'm found out. Before regular people find my little channel. They already found Kevin Samuels, and now people are sending me posts from Kendra G. So it's only a matter of time before it comes around to me. Cross that bridge when it comes. Anyway, Kendra G, she likes to make videos making fun of Black men the same way that she feels that Kevin Samuels is making fun of Black women, but it's actually with intentions to help. She doesn't have any intention to help these people. She just wants to make fun of them and really show Black women that they're justified in behaving the way that they are, and that there is a deficit of decent Black men. That's her agenda. And she had a video before where she did that with one dude. I think he had like 8 kids and 5 baby mamas. She tried to do that again and she failed miserably. Hold on one moment. She failed miserably. Now, she put it up because she don't really realize how bad she failed, and that's because she hasn't seen me break it down yet, but it's pretty freaking awful. Also, I want to point this out, and this is something that guys do too, but not to the extent that women do. All right, so thank you, Manu12. I appreciate you. Thanks for becoming a channel member. Guys do too, but nowhere near to the extent that women do, and that is view the opposite sex through their persona, not through the person. Hit the like button, please. So basically, for example, and there's a reason why men don't do it as often as women. Men often and women often get attracted to their demeanor. Like, okay, she looks like she's a Valley girl, or she looks like she's a Black girl token from such and such, or she appears this way. Therefore, I am attracted to the persona. Now, that is true. Men do that often on initial meet. But the moment they're taken out of that persona, we see them for who they are. We do that a lot quicker than women do. And that's for one reason and one reason alone. And that's because women fake personas all the time, where men don't. If a man wants to be a Pookie Ray Ray persona, he sticks with it. He doesn't do the Urkel on Wednesdays because he feels it could get him laid. Like we're kind of all in our persona to where it's difficult to flip. Therefore, when a woman is attracted to that particular persona, it sticks with them. For example, years ago, I met this chick who was, what do you call that? She was in, not work project. What do you call that? She was in Job Corps. And we went out, didn't work out, because I think she was in the thugs. And I wasn't going to pretend to be one for her, or for anyone really. But she was with the dude, because I met her up later, because I needed her for something or other. And I'm not going to say what it is, but met up with her later. Actually, I'll say what it was. When we were out one time and I didn't have my phone, she took down the number of somebody in her phone that I wanted to do business with. And then when I called her back to get that number later, after we just wasn't compatible, she she was telling me that she was seeing some dude. I told her who I was seeing, and she said, yeah, he's he's a Crip and he's from Oakland and blah blah blah. I think I told the story before. I was like, well, you should know that there's no Crips in Oakland. He's probably just playing you. He's probably just um, pretending to sound hard. She's not from Oakland, by the way. And I explained that to her, so she knew and she didn't care. As long as he met that persona, she didn't really care that he wasn't the thing that he said he was. Men tend to, like if we think that we have like this valley girl or something, or we want a valley girl, or a suburbanite black chick, and come to find out that she was raised from the project. She's just been watching like a lot of those Clueless movies or something like that. We're a little bit taken back, but that's neither here nor there. So this guy meets a particular persona. This persona would lead one, and when I say this guy, I'm talking about the guy that Kendra G interviews. He I don't know if it's deliberate or if that's just the way, where he's from and how he behaves and things like that. But whatever it is, he meets a particular persona, and that is the persona that she likes to make fun of. She likes to say that all black men has this particular persona, and all the negatives that come with the persona is true. However, it's a very unsophisticated way of judging a person. And she made a huge mistake in doing so. And I think that's why she put this video up when she shouldn't have. Because it allows me the opportunity to make this response to it. Hit that like button. All right. So without further ado, fair use. Once again, Manu12, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. All right. And let's get into it.
We can't see your face. Is that a dog?
Yeah.
What is going on, baby? What was the dog doing?
Oh, he's chilling. He's chilling.
Okay. Can you get situated so we can have a conversation? What's up, boo? What's your name?
I'm Manny.
Your name is Manny?
Mm-hmm.
Manny, where you calling us from?
I'm in Atlanta.
Do you live in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this dude. He has a wave cap and he has a beard pattern that's consistent with like more of a Pookie Ray Ray type. He has a hoodie on and a white t-shirt with a chain, gold or platinum chain. I can't really make out the type of metal it is. He has the earring, so he fits a certain persona. At this point, she's thinking that, I'm going to eat this dude alive. I am going to humiliate him and make him out to be a Pookie, Dusty, whatever pejorative that they want to use for a certain type of black man, and then make that type of black man a poster child for all black men. She sees this as an opportunity to do that. But something different is going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you from Atlanta too?
No, I'm from the Bay.
You're from the Bay. How long you been in Atlanta for?
Now, he's from the Bay. I don't know if he's from my Bay. And by that, I mean, the Bay Area of California, the San Francisco Bay Area. But I strongly suspect from his voice pattern that he is.
A year and like 3 months.
Okay, but that's where you live now, right?
Yeah.
All right. How old are you, Manny?
I'm 23.
23.
I turn 24 next month.
When's your birthday?
November 10th.
Was the dog kissing you?
No.
I think he was kissing you.
He's trying to bite. He likes to bite.
Oh, okay, got you. November 10th is not next month. No, next month is October.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Okay, November 10th. So you are a Scorpio.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any kids, Manny?
No, I don't.
No kids. Okay. I'm sorry. What do you do for a living?
Okay, so right now she's going down the list, hoping to find something that she can latch on to and paint him as a derelict of some sort. Do you have kids? Of course, if he does, at 23, she's going to be like, okay, you have kids, you're single, And when I say 23, it means that he hasn't really had time to, not reasonably really had time to got married, um, stayed married for quite some time, tried the whole thing out with the kids and then got a divorce. That wouldn't be his life story at this age. So had he had any kids, it would have been a gotcha moment. It would have been like, I got you, Nagaga. I got you. And then she would have went in on him. But that's not the case because he's from the Bay.
So on a tow truck, I don't drive it, but I get profit from it.
Now, I have to say that's extremely impressive. At 23, he owns a tow truck. He doesn't, he didn't go out and buy an extraordinarily expensive car for himself to get pussy. He bought a more practical automobile and hired someone to drive it for him so he can make money that way. Already business minded. In fact, he's doing more than I did at that age. So kudos to him. Once again, this is with the backdrop of, you see the beard, you see the chain, you see the t-shirt, you see the hoodie, you see the wave cap. This is in the backdrop of that. So, you look at him and you think one thing, and then you listen to him and you hear, okay, he's a young entrepreneur with a tow truck at 23. By the time he's 25, 26, he'll probably have 3 or 4 of them. He'll likely have 3 or 4 of them, making money, towing people's cars, or hiring others to do so.
And I make money. Money not a problem. I'm very stable.
Do you make money in other ways besides your tow truck company?
Okay. What's implied here? We all know what's implied here. She's basically like, okay, she sees what we see. Are you a thug? Are you a thug? Are you a hooligan? Are you this, and this? Is what she's getting at.
Yeah.
What are those ways?
However it comes.
However it comes. How does money?
I don't want to say too much. I'm young, so I'm still dibbling and dabbling.
Because you think the police might be watching us?
And there you go. So she went from implicit to explicit. All right. I'm gonna get better at calling these out immediately, as I am doing now. Thank you for the Cash App. That is from Native. Hold on. A-Rain. All right. Thanks a lot. Actually, Deacon Dave. Thanks a lot, Deacon Dave. Thank you for the Cash Apps. Cash Apps and Super Chats are welcome and appreciated. All right. Okay, so implicit, so because you don't want the police to know, to explicit, or excuse me, implicit, why don't you want to do it, and then explicit because you don't want the police to know. So she wants so desperately to point him, and by proxy black men, out as derelict broke thugs. Now, his appearance would suggest something adjacent to that, but he is proving her wrong. And this is about to be, the next 19 minutes of this is about to be just him beating her. She judged a book by the cover and found out that she can't read.
No. I'm not doing nothing illegal, but I'm young, so nothing is set in stone right now.
Okay. Okay, I don't want no case. Let's keep going. This is Manny in Atlanta from the Bay Area. 23, is a Scorpio, no kids, owns his own tow truck company. And he gets money in other ways that he does not want to share with us right now in this class.
Now, is that a red flag to, should that be a red flag to a woman? Not necessarily. Not really. I mean, because, listen, there are certain niche occupations, I'm going to say that a lot of people don't know would be lucrative. And because he's young and because he has this appearance, there are going to be people out there that says, if he can do it, I can do it. Like if he was a, say, 38-year-old white guy and he did this and he had like a niche occupation, brothers aren't going to say, if he can do it, I can do it. They're going to assume that you got to go to Harvard to do it or something like that. So I get why. Let's just say he has like an additional business that he installs air purifiers, or he cleans fish tank for rich people. And there's money in that. And this is what I mean when I say niche occupation. I know because I was going to hire somebody to do that. Because there was a person who did that at my last job. I was going to hire him. And I was shocked at how much he charged, which means I was shocked at how much he makes. So he goes from corporation to corporation and sometimes to residents, cleaning saltwater fish tanks, and gets paid a significant amount doing that. Now, and this is something that a young man can do, provided that he builds that clientele. But the way brothers are is they'll see that he's doing it, and then next thing you know, it'll be 10 fish tank cleaning services in the neighborhood. So I get why he won't do it, why he won't mention it. But that is a legal occupation, unlike what she's implying. But bear with me.
Yeah.
So, man, what kind of female are you looking for?
A main female. Like right now, I got people that my friends, but I need somebody that's really, about me.
You said a main female, so that makes me think you have a whole bunch of girls, but none of them is your main girl.
I do. Like, I'm not gonna get on here and lie. I'm young, but people my age don't be what I'm on, So it's like.
Well, what are you on? What do you want the woman to be on, Andy?
Just like staying around. I feel like a lot of women find any reason to leave, and
so what he's saying is a lot of women aren't taking relationships seriously. And that is true. Women don't want to take relationships seriously because it leaves them vulnerable. You see, the whole living your best life thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, women have the power in that because they're dealing in the realm of sex. They're dealing in a realm of no strings attached sex, which means that, they're in control of that. They're the gatekeepers in that realm. However, since men are the gatekeepers of relationships, they don't want to play that game because it's a little bit harder and you don't have the power in that realm. So he's kind of stuck on that level right now. He's looking for a woman who's looking for a relationship. And right now, women aren't really looking for relationships because they don't want to lose that power.
That's not really what I'm on right now,
Well, meaning if you have more than one female, I'm quite sure she's going to leave because she's not the only one.
They're not leaving because of that, though,
Why are they leaving you, Manny? Why are they leaving?
Because I don't want them on Instagram when I'm around, or, I feel like Instagram is a dating app. You see how you got, stuff going on your page that you're trying to get people together. I just feel like females are always being chased on Instagram. So
Oh, you don't want the girl that you date to have an Instagram page?
I'm not saying that. I'm
What are
saying
you saying then?
I don't want you on it when I'm around.
So I should be on Instagram, but if we're together, I can't be on Instagram at that moment.
If you sitting right here next to me, nah, I don't respect that.
Now look at the look in her face. She's looking as if what he's saying is bizarre, weird, and just downright stupid. And she feels that if she looks at him that way, others should conclude that what he's saying is bizarre, weird, and downright stupid. But it's really not. Thank you, Will Brown. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being a channel member, and I also appreciate the super chat. But what he's saying is very profound and really kind of basic. It is rude to give attention to others when you should be focused on the one that's there. That's basic common courtesy. I mean, and that's with anything. Instagram is just what's popular now. But if I'm having a one-on-one conversation with a woman and she brings out a magazine and starts reading it, that's very disrespectful and offensive. You know, she brings out a book and starts reading it. That's very disrespectful and offensive. You know, if she was on the phone while we were talking, that's very disrespectful and offensive. So what he's saying is very straightforward and clear, and she's giving it a confused look to make it appear as if he's saying something ignorant.
The whole day, or just like if we're having a conversation?
Just while you with me, like I feel like you on Tinder. It's like Tinder, you know.
Well, what's some other deal breakers for you, Manny?
Oh yeah, and unlike the magazine and everything, he also brings up a very good. I'm telling you, this dude is schooling her, and she thinks she got the better of him because of his appearance. But yeah, Tinder does have that additional aspect of where you're actually communicating with other guys, which is more rude than just. For one, it's rude to do anything to give your attention to something else while you're with a person, but in addition to that, you're very likely talking to other guys, or you're gaining attention from other guys.
Just got a handout, not willing to put nothing else in. Not really motivated to be a wife. You know, it's a lot of city girls going around. That's the trend. I want the exact opposite of a city girl.
And so this is. What he's saying is very true. She's going to try to diminish it because she's going to try to diminish him. What he's saying is very true, and that is that our community is full of thoughts. And, there are more hoes than housewives. Or the hoe to housewife ratio is so messed up. Now, I'm going to talk about this. I probably get together with Bernard to talk about this, but they don't want to lose the power that comes with what he calls the city girl lifestyle. And that is the power to choose, to pick and choose. They love that power to walk around picking and choosing who gets the pussy and who don't. And they don't want to put themselves, or they're reluctant to put themselves in a position to where they have to ask, or they have to work. They have to determine if they're worthy of getting the ring or not. They don't want to switch it up that way. So he's feeling that. But basically what he's saying right now is he wants a woman that wants to be a wife. Very profound. And I like how he Trojan horsed her with the whole demeanor. I do.
Well, Manny, are you a city boy? Because only city boys get city girls.
What's a city boy?
The opposite of a city girl, but the same thing, but he's a melon instead. You came up here, you told him.
That really doesn't make any sense. Because the opposite of a city girl would be like a housewife. And that's still not a guy. So it's really not that. Like, you can't really opposite it like that. Especially since men aren't really held to any men and women are different. Let's put it like that.
you so let me give you a mirror. Let me tell you why you get city girls. You own a toll trucking company, then you got some other ways you get money. So all we can do is make assumptions. You don't want the girl to be on Instagram. You telling the truth. I respect the honesty of you having more than one girl. Why would a girl who wants to settle down do it?
I'm not trying to deal with a girl. I need a woman, somebody that's really ready to start.
Well, you have to be a man before you get a woman.
So she's questioning his manhood, but he really is not, he really hasn't said anything that would suggest that he's less than that. Once again, he's 23 and he has a tow truck company. And he also has an additional occupation, which, and entrepreneurs tend to do that. They tend to have several, lines of income because there's a lot of uncertainty in being an entrepreneur. But he did say it was legal, but she's making him out to be the opposite of a city girl when he is a young man looking for a serious relationship who's tired of these, sleep arounds. Hit the like button.
I'm a man. I provide for my family. I've been on my own since I was 17. I don't.
You have any kids? I forgot.
Now, very interesting. He said this. He's a man. He provides for his family. What does that mean? Because he doesn't have kids. It means that he provides for other members of his family. He is the person that cousins, little brothers, maybe even older brothers and sisters, or aunts and uncles, or mothers and fathers. He is the one that they come to when they need something. He's that dude. But she still want to just she's painting him with the wrong brush.
That's my question. Do you have any kids?
Nah, I got a dog. That's it.
You got a dog.
She already asked him that, but.
Okay. You don't have to answer this question, but I'm going to ask. When was the last time you had sex?
Yesterday.
Now, this question is really a lose-lose when you're dealing with the sisterhood, which is a reason why it's better to not answer. But I'm going to explain in one aspect why it's a lose, because she's about to go over it now, and then I'll tell you how it's going to be a lose in another way.
You want me to get on here and lie or what?
I don't want to get on here and lie. Okay.
Manny,
the woman you had sex with yesterday, why can't you be a racial with her?
Okay, and that's why it's a lose-lose. Because, let's just say it's been 6 months. Let's just say he was on a drought. Then he's this, incel, he's a loser, he's this, and this, And if it was 6 hours ago, it's like, how come you're not with the chick that you had sex with 6 hours ago? So it's a lose-lose, really. So now that he said yesterday, she's like, well, how come you're not with the chick? Like, you marry every woman that you have sex with? It's also kind of presumptuous, and it presumes that the woman that he had sex with wants to marry him. You see, at their convenience, at a lot of women's convenience, they like to present, we all want to get married. We all are wifey material, and we're just going around sleeping with guys hoping to get a ring out of it. But really, that's not the case. What if last night he found a woman that was living her best life while he lived his, and they were allowing each other to live their best life on each other? But she's going to paint the narrative. What she wants to do is she wants to paint the narrative that, this woman was so desperate to have a ring that she slept with this guy with the beard No. And furthermore, I gotta say, especially with that whole fake pimp thing going out there with dude from that town, I'm glad to see Bay Brothers out there like this.
We could, but we just not there yet, you know? We ain't there, you know? Like when you meet someone and then you go on your 3 dates, you should have sex by the 3rd date, and, you know, that's where we at. We had sex once.
So because it was day 3.
Yeah, like it wasn't day 3, but I'm saying like by 3 dates, if you're not having sex, it's
So what number date was it?
1.
Oh, so the first date she gave sex to you.
Yeah. Like,
And that's why your ass ain't gonna get a woman.
Okay. 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 She is desperate. Let me see if I understand this. Now she used the right term when she said she gave him sex on the first date. So he received sex on the first date, and that's why he's not going to get married? So men that receives casual sex aren't going to get married? Because you have sex with the women that you date, you're not going to get married. Oh, huh? Huh? Make that make sense. Because you like sex, you're not going to get married. And apparently, guys that get married, when presented with it, what do? They say, "Oh, no, thank you, madam. Please place your clothes back home and I will call you an Uber." Or excuse me, I will call you a Lyft. What?
Because it's not attracting them. First and foremost, if you want a woman, no woman should be sleeping with you until you have the conversation of what she is. Okay? Because if a woman is about being in a relationship.
Bullshit! Listen me and listen me good. Each and every single woman who is physically appealing to me can get a physical reaction from me, gets the penis, barring anything weird. And I'm talking about exceptionally weird. There are women who I directly know I don't like, but they can get the penis. What's her name? Chloe Bailey? I don't like her, but she could get the penis. Does that mean I'm not husband material? What am I supposed to interview? You just said that she gave it to you, meaning that you are the recipient of something of value. And it doesn't make you foolish for receiving something of value by using your own words and your own logic. You are doing nothing wrong by sleeping with a woman that you are physically attracted to. She's giving you her consent.
I'm not having sex with you on the first date, not even on the 3rd date.
Why not? Why not?
Because you're not my man. Why would I have sex with a person who is not my boyfriend?
Okay, so these are your morals. These are your stipulations. These are your requirements. She obviously don't have those requirements. So wouldn't you have this conversation with her as the woman? Wouldn't you say that she was jumping the gun or jumping the penis, whatever you want to call it? Wouldn't you say that she was behaving impetuously? Or that she was being impetuous? Wouldn't you say wouldn't you have this conversation with her? Not with him, the recipient of it.
But what did you want to know what your man working with before he become that?
No, I want to make sure we're in a committed relationship before I open up my legs. So if you do something greasy,
I might not be able to commit to somebody that ain't got what I'm looking for. You
Well,
understand?
why you always gonna get city girls? You ain't gonna ever get a woman. Cause ain't no woman gonna act like that. You a city boy.
Now, here's the thing. Not sleeping with this girl wouldn't have guaranteed him a classy woman or a wife material woman. He's basically playing their game until the right one comes along. But guess what? If he were to not sleep around until the right one comes along, the result would be exactly the same. It's just that he would have a lot less sex.
So
I'm not a city boy,
You
Kendra.
are a city boy. You're a
Don't call me a city boy though.
What you Barack Obama's son?
I'm Manny.
You
I'm
more like
Manny.
future son. You more like future son. Okay.
I'm Manny.
Okay, you're more like Future's son. Future's 23-year-old son. Oh, gosh. Nothing he said is Future adjacent. He's a young business owner with no kids. What about, so apparently his appearance, that's actually not really much like Future, but his appearance, which is Pookie-esque, she's just going to put him in the same category as Pookie because she's not really taking time out to read and understand the man, just his persona, which is really the only thing he shares with Future. The persona.
You know what?
You're more like future son than Barack Obama's son. Okay?
I'm not. Barack Obama don't have a son.
Got you there. Got you there. And he's smart in the sense that I would have gotten hung up on by now by saying you're not Barack Obama's daughter neither. But and Barack Obama actually has 2 daughters. But yeah, he got her there. Like Barack Obama doesn't have a son. Now she's giving a look like he's crazy, but yeah, you're right. He don't have a son. And we don't know if his son would not choose to appear as him if he had one. Now, we do know that his daughters, and this isn't a shot at them, they're young, but we do know that his daughter, I think one of them was caught smoking weed or something like that. And, they're not as square as one would assume.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, if Barack Obama had a son, it wouldn't be you. Future got a couple of sons.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're giving me future vibes, not Barack Obama vibes.
How? Because I'm a Scorpio? We both Scorpio.
No, because you out here, like, first of all, I'm going to give you a little pass.
He just said how. He just, and it's true. Like how she's not really making a connection between him and Future, but she's gonna attempt now.
Because you are 23, and I do think they're gonna mature.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm young,
What I'm saying, what you are not acknowledging is you are who you are attracting. Of course, you're getting city girls. Of course, you're gonna get girls that's gonna sleep with you on the first date. Ain't no woman sleeping with you on the first date.
They are though. They are. Kendra.
Okay, well, that's the case. Why didn't you settle down with that person?
Once again, she assumes that the women want to settle down. And why would he settle down with somebody on the first date?
Why ain't you settle down with her?
Because she want to be on the gram, and I don't like that.
So you met women who have the quality that you desire, but because she's on Instagram, that's a deal breaker for you.
It just makes me feel like she don't really care about our quality time. Like quality time matters,
Here's the deal. I'm going to slightly give you a little bit to that because I do think.
Know where I'm coming from.
Yes, hold on. Let me acknowledge
You just now agreed to that? Wait, did she just say that much? Hold on. So how much should you shouldn't be on the phone at all unless like it's an emergency.
I agree with. I agree with if you're with the person, you should not be on your phone that much.
Okay, she said that much. You shouldn't be on it at all.
I'm a person who my phone is my job, it's my business. So I have a habit of being on my phone. I got 3 phones.
You a 1%er, Kendra. You a 1% out of all these other women in life.
No, hold on. But
she's really not.
Put them to your standards.
I understand that, but let me here on. Just listen, because this is the one moment I'm going to agree with you. Okay, this is the one thing I'm going to agree with. But even with that being said, I do feel as though it's rude to be on your phone when you're with a person. That is rude. You have to figure out a way to do what you got to do, but still be present to the person you're in front of. So I do agree with that. But I think that's an easy conversation if that's the only issue.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll have that conversation.
But it don't work, you know. It don't go like that, you know. Like you'll tell them, and then they'll do it when they don't think that is a problem no more.
And once you get on Instagram, what do? You walk out the house? Do you yell? What's your reaction?
Nah, we never had dates, but I'm a man. It come to me, you know. So if you got to get put out, you gonna get put out. Period. I'm not playing no games. I'll stand on.
What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean? She's a man. She has to come to you. What I missed that one.
Okay. Why does she look confused like he's saying something stupid? He's saying that we are never at their place. We're at my place. She assumed, for whatever reason, that he would be over their house and they would kick him out over Instagram. She assumed that. And he's saying that they're over my place. So, all right, people saying she like chaos. Now, what she's doing is, like when somebody is drowning and they can't swim, but they are doing whatever they can, you know, they're just moving their arms around as they drown and stuff. That's what she's doing. She's just grasping for air at this point. You know, picture a person who jumps out of an airplane and they pull the parachute string only to find out that it's just a regular backpack and there isn't a parachute in it. Now that person is really just flapping their hands, but they can't fly. You pretty much know how that's going to end. They're just kind of like flapping their hands, you know, or hoping that they grab onto a bird or something. You know, like they're trying to like grab on the power lines. Like they're really just grasping for anything. That's what she's doing at this point.
I'm a man, so she coming to me. I'm not going to the next woman home or moving in with the next woman. You know, like I'm not doing that. I don't move like that. So if she's coming over here, she got to have my most attention.
So he's not homosexual. She would have held that against him, but now she can't.
And if she can't do it, the only thing I ask her, why would I deal with you if there's going to be more things in the future that I'm going to want you to do? And you can't even stay off of a dating website. To me, it's a dating website.
Manny, guess what? You on a dating site right now. You on a dating stuff. So how do you want to
She's trying to put this back on him every time. Yeah, Keith said it right. Like every time she tries to manipulate her. So basically, you're on a dating site right now. Yes, he's not on a date. It's rude to be on a dating site when you are on a date.
I'm not with a woman. I'm not with the woman that I'm finna meet later.
Okay, now she's just trying to overtalk him because she knows that she can't really take him down. He is slaughtering this chick on her own show. He is slaughtering her.
Right now looking for new girls.
I'm not with the woman I'm finna meet later on.
What?
I'm not with the woman I'm finna meet later on.
What, you're going to meet somebody tonight?
Yeah. But what I'm trying to get on, I've been trying to get on your show for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, so he's been trying to get on the show for the last 2 weeks. So even if you're supposed to get with a girl after first sleeping with them, he didn't sleep with her 2 weeks ago. He slept with her for the first time last night.
Manny, every now and then, every now and then I have to say I do not co-sign a person, and I am not co-signing you.
I understand that,
Like, does she ever co-sign anybody?
but you know, it's 2021 and I'm young, you know? Like,
So let me tell you, I want to make sure I understand. You had sex with a different woman yesterday, and after this lie that you're on right now to meet new women, you're gonna go out and be with another woman.
yes.
Okay, I'm not even sure. It really don't matter, but I don't think that he said that it was another woman before. She just kind of went with that.
I'm dating. Isn't that dating? Like you tell women
Yeah, exactly.
it's a date, right?
Now at this point, she realizes that, oh yeah, you know something? He actually has a point. He actually has a point. She's like, oh yeah, I do tell women that they should date around a bit and sample different guys. And here's a guy who's sampling different girls. It's dating, kind of like you don't just interview for one job. It's kind of like that. Is yeah, okay. So now she's kind of now she's realizing that, oh dang, my mama told me not to fuck with a Bay Area nigga. And now I see why. I think now she realized why she was why all the women warned them. She's realizing now, like, oh, that's why they say don't fuck with a Bay dude.
Right?
Okay, no, listen, you okay again.
That's what I'm
Another
saying.
point.
It'd be a lot of double standards when it comes from men to women, you
No,
know?
hold on. I'm gonna agree with you here too. I'm gonna agree
You
with you
agreeing
here
a
too.
lot with me, Kendra. You might
I'm not
be the one for me.
No,
Might be a 23-year-old Bay Area nigga.
no.
Now he's just smacking her around. Now he's just smacking her around. Like before, it was a fight. You had two people standing, on ground, and then now the person, now she's just knocked out, and he's just ground and pounding her, waiting for the ref to come. But the ref isn't gonna come for another 10 minutes. Now, and his knuckles is bruised and battered, and he's just smacking now. It's just like it's just a repetitious smack. He's like, we agreeing a lot. Oh crap.
Oh, I called you future child. I do not agree with a lot of things. But I will say this. I do agree you should date until you're single. I don't think you want to be with my
Yes, that's what he's doing.
ultimate thing is I don't think you want a relationship.
I
think you
I
might
want
have
to be
a
a
lot of
husband. I want to be a husband. I want to be able to come home and know my wife's not going to leave if I want to dibble and dabble while I'm 23.
So basically, he's saying that he wants a wife, and all he comes across is thoughts. That's what he's saying. He's saying that there's far too many thoughts in the demographic that he dates in.
I just need to know that you're going to be there for the long run, not to have fun. I need the long
Let me ask you this. Do you see yourself, okay, as a husband, do you see yourself sleeping with other women while you're married?
Yes, I have options. I'm wanted. I'm not a regular dude. I make money. I'm having
You're not
my
a
way.
regular dude.
I'm having my way. Like for real.
Okay, now I really don't recommend you. I appreciate your honesty. But okay, I will say this. Any woman that signs up with him, one thing I will say is he is telling you what it is. And he is telling you you will not only be the only woman he's going to have sex with, even if he marries you, he's going to cheat.
Because what if you don't want to have sex one night and I really do? Or
Okay. That is unusual, but it's not unbelievable. Like, especially considering that a hookup culture exists, and one might say it's the dominant culture, in America, or likely more dominant in the Black community than America proper. It's not an unreasonable ask, but it is unconventional. And that is just really a discussion that he would have with whoever he make the wifely negotiations with.
You're not a husband. You're not a husband. You're not. I don't think you'll ever get married.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Why
You
would
do not have
that?
because let me tell you why. You're acting like your wife will be lucky to be married to you.
She will.
Well, somebody said polygamy. What he's proposing is not necessarily polygamy. And this is what a lot of women do. He's just asking for, and women, even likely women, do that. And historically, they have done that since I don't know. I don't want to say Adam and Eve, but because there was only two of them, so there's no room for polygamy. But it has been going on for quite some time. I'm pretty sure that back in the 1700s, they just I could picture like a plantation owner saying, "Okay, I'm gonna go for a late night stroll," and the wife of the plantation owner says, "Hey, how come every time you go for a late night stroll, 9 months later a mulatto baby is born?" Like they know. They just don't know. They just don't want to know. Like that's pretty much the thing. It's like a don't ask, don't tell policy with that. It is more common than people think.
Surprise! I'm the one that's going to be providing and protecting and doing for her.
And now she's upset. Now she's upset. He just said, "I'm the prize." Look at how serious he looks too. Look at how he's like, "What the hell?" And now she's upset. She's upset. She's upset. And once again, this is just a Bay Area beating. This is a Bay beating. Like, she's upset because he knows the secret is out. He's not supposed to know that he's the prize. And this is why I say, fellas, you should know your worth. This is just a Bay beating. This is awful.
How you providing and protecting while you fucking other women? You might bring her back an STD.
It's not impossible to provide and protect your wife and fuck other women. These two things are mutually exclusive.
As long as I don't do that, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm not gonna be cheating with your friend, so you probably ain't even gonna know unless you go through my phone, right? Right? Just like the other woman on your channel. Oh, I caught him cheating because I went through his phone. You broke up your own home, and that's what a lot of women are doing, trying to be the only woman when you can't even probably handle my sex drive. Why would I want you to be my only option? It don't make sense.
He is killing her. He is killing her. She's trying to laugh it off. He is killing her.
Are you a comedian?
No, I own a tow truck. I'm an entrepreneur.
You have to be a comedian. You have to be.
No, I'm not.
You really hold on real quick. You really believe the words that are coming out of your mouth?
I don't think I'm the only person that believes it. I just believe that you're a woman, so you live in that delusional.
No, I don't live in no delusion. I think first and foremost.
So what does your husband do on a daily?
I'm not married.
Exactly. Because of your
I'm not
thoughts
married.
on this.
Listen, let me tell you why I'm not.
Okay. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say now, but I'm definitely gonna say something. It's gonna be related to her not being married.
You're going with the white agenda. You're going with the Disney agenda. Oh, your man is going to come in your room when you're asleep and kiss you and be this.
That is the only thing I disagree with this brother on, and that is, it's not really a white agenda. It's not a white agenda. This whole over romanticizing the whole husband scenario. Tyler Perry does it like, oh, don't worry if one guy leaves you, another guy will just be right around the corner and he'll be light skinned, because everybody in the world is Shamar Moore or Boris Kojo. Like, all you have to do is nothing. It's not really just a white thing, but it is a fairy tale. He's saying basically, you're believing in a fairy tale. And that fairy tale, part of the fairy tale being that, men don't like to fuck other women. And we do. That's why we have two balls. Actually, that's not why. There's other reasons, and the doctors in the chat room can elaborate on that. But yeah, get the point.
Just created dude. No, we're men. If we're not providing and taking care of homes, anything else after that really don't matter. You're good. You don't have to
now
worry
hold up.
about
Why hang up on you? So now you're gonna listen. Okay? Now you're gonna listen.
Okay, now she's host checking them. Now she's host checking them. See, basically, and this is the problem when you're on other people's stuff. They're the referee of their own fight. And now she's using her referee powers to not get any more beaten.
Okay. First thing, I'm not married by choice. That is a choice at this moment in my...
Boom! What he is saying is that he comes across far too many women like you. You asked him how come he's not making a serious relationship with the girl he slept with last night, because she's like you, because she's out putting it out there by choice. Far too many women are choosing the single life, and because of their choice to live this thought life, the same choice that you're making, he's single. You're asking him why he don't have a wife, and women like you are refusing to be wives. Hit the like button.
I could be married, but I'd be happily married? Probably not, and that's why I'm not married.
Marriage is not about happiness.
You're going to get hung up on.
Happiness,
listen, you're going to get hung up on.
And I was just saying this. This got to be a red pill dude. And notice how she's host checking him. This got to be a red dude, because I was just saying that on Sweet Melody's speech panel. I was saying that it's really not about love like that. Or put it like this: love isn't a major requirement for a functioning marriage and relationship. And it also shouldn't be the sole reason that she marries somebody. See, he's 23 with this. See, this is why I do what I do. This is why I do what I do. So young people can come across this knowledge sooner. This man at 23 years old said, I'm the prize. This is what I want. Wait till he starts saying sandwiches.
Okay, come on. Or I'm going to hang up on you.
Come on.
Because now we getting there, okay?
This is a babe beating. He's like, come on, Cletus, come on. He knows he's beating her bad. He's prompting her like the people on Mike Tyson Punch Out. They'll be like, ma. He's just taunting her. Oh, this is just brutal.
Second of all, you don't have the qualities of a husband, baby. If you sit up here and thinking that a woman is lucky to be with you, I know men who are way more successful, way more attractive, and have and have way more money, and they treat their wives the way they should be treated, and they would never get on no Instagram live talk about something.
Oh God, how come you're not married to any of them? According to you, You know, now she's just trying to humble the dude. She got ever since he hit her with that haymaker, that I'm the prize haymaker, she has been just stunned since then. And now she's trying to take him down a peg or two. He's trying to just take him down, trying to take him down a peg or two. Like, I know men that are just blah 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 blah. You want to know what those men have in common? They're not married to you. They're not married to you. Now, notice how the tone changes depending. For example, she tries to paint the narrative that, men ain't shit. We all baby daddies and dusty and blah 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 blah. And then when it's convenient, oh, I know all these spectacular guys. They're spectacular, spectacular, spectacular. And they don't even say that they're spectacular. They don't even say that they're the prize. I know guys who become doctors and marry Irene Yvette with 4 kids. Like they just go back and forth from narratives. But because this dude, shout out to the Bay, he's just like, okay, they the prize too, and move on. I'm speaking for him, but yeah, that's the thought. That's what will just go on in my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's going on in his mind. Like, yeah, okay, they the prize too. Like, nothing she says is going to make him think that I'm not the prize. I might as well find some fat bitch to retire my dick in.
He gonna fuck other bitches, but she happy because she got the house. So
name 3, Kendra.
Baby, I know men 20. I know men that age. I know men that age. I know.
Ha! He called her on her bullshit. Oh, this is just so lovely. This is just so lovely. Like, I'm telling you. Like, don't mess with Bay dudes. Do not mess with Bay Area dudes. You are out of your league. You are going to get slaughtered. These chicks are completely out of their league. Mommy, that time I had to smack Jet Li. I had to smack the shit out of him. He was filming Cradle to Grave, and I wanted to see Aaliyah. I guess he thought he was his bodyguard or something. Or her bodyguard or something. I was like, oh crap, because Leah's not from out here, or she's not from anywhere anymore. Rest in peace. But wanted to see Aaliyah, and then they had waved me through. I walked up, and Jet Li was like, where do you go? She's not taking autographs. It's like, no, I don't want to get an autograph. But, I just want to meet her, shake her hand, and something like that. I will shake your hand. And then I was like, yeah, but I appreciate it, but I really want to. He wasn't that big at the time. I was like, I really want to meet Aaliyah. And then I proceeded to walk, and he put his hand on my shoulder in a slight pushing motion, and then I commenced to smacking him, and he tried to do some kung fu stuff to block it, but it was just too quick, and he was like, "Oh, a game changer! I didn't know you were so fast." I was like, didn't your sensei tell you not to fuck with Bay Area people? Like, don't fuck with us. This is the type of smack he gave her. That smack I gave Jet Li in the 90s. This is that type of smack. That's why I got the 3 fingers up. Oh crap. Oh, and by the way. That was a joke. That whole story was capped. That whole I didn't even go to the set when they were filming Cradle to Grave. That whole thing was capped. Shout out to Jet Li. Hope you feel better, brother. But that's still nonetheless to say that this man is just digging in her.
Well, I'm not going to do that because they're public figures.
You can't. Men like that don't live in this. That's not true. That's a Disney fantasy.
It's not a fantasy.
I promise.
It's not a fantasy.
I promise you. I promise.
No, you'll get around a different circle of men. Because I do believe in your world, what you're saying.
Now she's in this like elite circle of, of men that don't cheat. She's in this elite circle of men that don't cheat and masturbate while they eat you out, and they live for giving you money. And I just don't want a husband in this elite circle that you are not a part of. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
It's fact. I'm just saying what you're saying for my world is not factual. And I don't think any.
You don't live in that world. The only world that is like that is in marriages. Like, you create your own castle, your own world, and that's it. You don't live in that world. You live in that world where you take other people's hair and you go out and try to find penis to get you through until next Wednesday. That is the world you actually live in. A bunch of rich dudes that just want to stick the tip in. I know, like, all these spectacular guys. I mean, first the argument is, I don't need a man, and then the argument becomes, you don't roll in those circles like these men, these good men out there. Get out of there. This dude is slaughtering you. This dude is slaughtering you. Hold on, and let me show y'all something. Not only is he slaughtering her, he cursed her. Hit the like button. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Yeah, I'll replace that. All right.
Would never get on no Instagram live, talk about something.
Hold on, let me show y'all something. Y'all see that? Now, y'all remember this, right? Y'all remember this? 3 outward extended fingers, and she was like, "I curse you, mister." He cursed her. He gave her a silly curse, and she is just reveling in it right now. He is cursing her. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This dude, dang, this is just brutal. In addition to everything else, he hit her with a curse. Oh Lord.
Name
because she got the house. So
name 3, Kendra.
Baby, I know men 20. I know men that age. I know
name
men
3.
that age.
Name
I
3
know.
of them.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that because they're public figures.
You can't.
He killed her. Oh, I'm not going to name 3 because they're public figures. If they're public figures, you should be able to name them. What, are you going to damage their reputation by saying that they're good men? Oh, it's just a snack.
Men like that don't live in this. That's not true. That's a Disney fantasy.
It's not a fantasy.
It's not
a fantasy.
I promise you. I promise.
No, I will say this. For your world, for your circle of worlds, and maybe one day, prayerfully so, you'll get around a different circle of men. Because I do believe in your world, what you're saying is fact. I'm just saying what you're saying for my world is not factual.
Oh, Cat.
I don't think any woman might think providing and money, until you actually experience it, you will realize that is not enough to make you happy. You need to have peace of mind and joy, and you cannot be married to a husband who is telling you
Kendra,
that he is going to sleep with other women. That's crazy.
as long as he's being honest with you and you're not finding out.
Now, this is what I will say. Now, this is something I will give you. You
not going to leave me if she finds out. Like, you guys leave your husband because he wants to explore.
Pure knowledge. Pure knowledge. Actually, I'm trying to get in touch with this brother. I'm gonna definitely try to get in touch with this dude. Hell, I might even do it. Oh no, he in Atlanta. I was gonna say I might even do a live one.
His option. A man works hard all his life to get the option that a woman is born with. Do you not agree with that?
Beautifully said. This dude is truly red pill. He said a man works hard all of his life just to get the options that a woman is born with. Look at how confused she looks. Look at how confused she looks. He basically hit her with cartoon math. What is cartoon math? Cartoon math is math that's not really math, but they take symbols from statistics and calculus and linear algebra, and they put it on a board and make it seem like Wile E. Coyote is a genius. And if you know actual math and you try to figure out what is that, what is all that, like that is how confused she looks. She looks like she's trying to figure out the square root of -13. Like he just hit her with the perfect thing, the red pillowest thing ever. A man works his whole life just to get the same sexual advantages that women are born with. Yeah, that's all his life. Like all his life, like everything he did up until then, is made him what he is now at 23.
A man works hard all his life to get the options. What option are you talking about, babe?
To pick.
What option are you talking about, bitch? If you are an advocate of this whole city girl thought culture, you know that there is a feminine advantage.
Forever and have your way. To go outside and have your way, right?
Well, not every woman gets to have their way. Not every man gets to have their way.
Stop trying to make it seem like the crap is equal. I said this the other night. Listen, an ugly bitch has more sexual opportunities than an attractive guy. I repeat, an ugly female has more penis thrown at her than an attractive guy. Now, this wasn't always the case. In fact, someone brought this to my attention about 5 years ago when he was telling me how the homie, who is a jawline the gagger, hooked up with this chick who was less pretty than he was handsome, and he met her on Tinder, and when she stepped away and he got on her profile, as a joke, he started swiping right on everybody, and like immediately the guys were hitting her back, and she wasn't that hot. Like immediately the guys were hitting her back. Even attractive men don't get that type of response. So for her to say not all or some is ridiculous. Stop trying to stop it's disingenuous. It's cap at best.
What I'm saying is a man has to work for what a woman usually is born with. Do you agree with that or no?
I do not agree with that because life is not fair for every woman. Life's not fair for every man.
So why is 80% of women sleeping with 20% of men?
80% of women, I don't believe that to be true either. Listen.
Okay. Whenever somebody says, I don't believe that to be true, they know it's true, but they don't want to accept it. That's really what they're saying. Like, listen, I know this to be true, but I'm not going to accept that truth. Like those people that say OJ didn't do it, Or, well, I'm not gonna even get controversial, but there are truths out there like those flat earth. I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me get out of there. I'll play some more.
I don't know where you get your facts from. Where these facts coming from?
Kevin Samuels.
Oh, exactly. This is exactly why your ass ain't never gonna get married. You taking advice from a man who's not even married. He's not even married.
You're not married.
Oh, 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 oh. Was that the people's elbow? Was that the Bay Area elbow? Gosh, this is just so brutal. This is just so brutal. This is just, oh gosh, this is a beatdown. This is a beatdown. This is Battletoads. All right, so there was a video game in the 80s or 90s, I don't know, a long time ago, regular Nintendo, called Battletoads. And the way Battletoads work is the toads would hit you with a couple of light ones, and it was like the third or fourth one that turned into like a huge fist, and it just knocks you out. That was the huge fist that just knocks you out. That was like the third one, and it made like a little sound. It was like clap, 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 boom. That was the boom. He is killing her. He is killing her. Look at the look on her face. Look at it. Oh, the people's tow driver. He don't even drive it. He don't even drive it. He hires a driver. Oh. After this, he's just gonna have to be the truck man. Like after this, he's gonna have to like buy an ambulance too. He's gonna have a tow truck and an ambulance. Just full emergency service. Like, because I mean, yeah, he's killing her. He's killing her. He's gonna need an ambulance, make some money from that, and then he's going to buy a fire truck because he's roasting her. Oh, this is killer. This is killer. Okay.
Exactly. I am happily
Giving advice to all these women.
And I'm not, and I do not.
Keeping them
No, pause.
people single.
Pause. No, I do not. This show is not about being married. Having seen your show is about being married. That's just.
So are you in any type of relationship?
Whole thing. He's not married. So how the hell he gonna tell you how to be a husband and he's not one himself? Why doesn't his rules work for him?
Just because his wife left him.
Okay. Now the proper answer to this is because there are women like you out there. See, once again, she's making an argument under the assumption that all women want to get married. While she's a woman that's single by choice. She's unmarried by choice. So Kendra Samuels could always argue that, well, the culture dictates that women remain unmarried by choice. They're choosing not to marry.
Stop.
And there she go. There she go with the refereeing. She's refereeing her own stuff. She's refereeing her own stuff, and she still got, dang.
That one question. You're following a man who preaches marriage, and his own rules do not work for him. He does not have a wife. So you tell me, why are you taking advice from a man who is not a husband? If you want to be a husband,
Because he was one before.
Before don't mean shit. You want to get married?
So basically, if the woman chooses to divorce a guy, what he says about getting married is no longer valid? Killing her. I think the high value men made that choice for her. Probably.
Get divorced? You want to get married and get divorced?
I'm not going to. You know why?
That's why
Because
I'm saying you're
I'm
around
upfront.
the wrong circle of men.
I'm
You are
upfront.
around the wrong circle of men. If you want to be, if being a husband is what you really want to be, you should be listening to men who are married.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. He got his hand up. He got his hand up. You know what he's doing? See, you gotta be from the back. This is psychological. He's basically giving her a reminder of the last time he smacked the shit out of her. Like, this is him, like, hey, remember that last smacking? Remember that I've been smacking you for the last 19 minutes. You remember that last smacking? This is a reminder. He's like, remember? You remember? Remember this? Dang.
Talk to them. You talking to a man who wants to be popular and famous, and the first things that he says that I have agreed with, but he ain't got a wife. So how come ain't no woman married to him following them bullshit ass rules?
Kendra, he has women in his life that he's not going to marry, but he does have women in his life.
Listen, I didn't say he did. We're talking about marriage right now because you said, listen, you.
But he was a husband. He was. His wife left him for the same reason a lot of women are leaving their men.
Okay, how about this, Manny? How about this? It's your life, right? Do you? Whatever decision you make, it ain't gonna affect me. I already know. Even if you get married, you gonna get divorced, just like Kevin Samuels. So do you? It's your life. Make your decisions. Any woman that marries you is a goofy. Like,
No.
because why would you marry a man knowing he's never gonna respect you? You're not
How is that
respecting
not?
women.
I'm respecting you by not giving you STDs and letting it come to your attention. What you don't know will not hurt you. A man is not going to live the rest of his life only having sex with one woman. It's not.
Dang. He's mode 1 and 2. At the same time, you know, he's giving a smackdown. He's doing it in a mode 1 fashion. But see, let me show you. Feel my body getting cold. You see that hand? That's what he was doing earlier. That hand, you see that? You see that? That's why he had his hand up earlier. Like that right there. That right here. That's the overhand smack.
It's going to happen. It's not.
Listen, Manny, I wish you all the best. I hope you attract the woman you desire. Listen, this is that you make. It don't do me no justice. Ain't gonna make or break me, baby. It is not gonna make or break me. Live your life, Manny. Live your life, and may you attract all the city girls in the world that belong to you.
Why would
That's it. You never get a Michelle Obama.
That's what I want, so tell me how to.
You're definitely on Miami side. Child, first of all, let me apologize.
And then she cuts him off. She cuts him off. It was just too much. It was just too much. That's like somebody that like flipped over the chessboard, or after Mortal Kombat, they say finish him and then they pushed him away from the joystick or something like that. Or they unplug their joystick if you're playing at home. Finishing. And then they just yoink it out the thing. They yoink the controller out. They're like, oh no more finish. No more finish. You know, it's kind of like that scene from Captain America where he was racing Falcon, and because Captain America has the super soldier serum, you know, he was running laps around him, and Falcon just got tired. He was like, stop it, just stop talking, like stop saying, you know, what was he like, left side or right side? Look on her face. Look at her. Look at my hair.
Let me apologize, because I definitely gave him more energy than I should have. So.
Oh, don't try to belittle him. Don't act like that you didn't, you know, get an ass whooping. It was energy taken. That's what an ass whooping is. Like, you know, when you're playing Mortal Kombat and you see the energy bar goes down, you didn't give that energy. He took it through ass whooping. I can do this all day.
I will start off with an apology to my loyal viewers.
Yes, you should apologize because they saw somebody that they look up to get an ass whooping. You should apologize, because they were so disillusioned. They were so disillusioned. Like when I first saw Kimbo Slice get his ass whooped, I was like, oh, dang. And rest in peace. But the brother do owe me an apology. You kind of owe me an apology. Like I would have bet money on you. But yeah.
If y'all hit up Manny, y'all just dumb hoes. I'm going to have to say it again. You are the...
And now she's just hating. Now she's C-blocking.
Desperate hoe. If you hit that man up, I don't care. You a desperate hoe, and go on with your life. And if you want to be with him, that's you. Don't ever tell me, because I'm going to judge you. Let's keep it going. Okay.
Hello?
And there you have it. So basically what happens is she got the smackdown and she hated on him. Now she's encouraging other women not to get with a guy who's looking for a wife. What they're doing is, collectively speaking, the sisterhood, is they are attempting to starve the system and then point at the people for being hungry. Is this guy sexually hungry? No. He's hungry for a wife, like many of us, a functioning wife. However, our community don't really build many wives. They don't raise wives. They don't produce many wives. So few of us are going to have them. And they know this. So they point to him as if he's the problem. He's looking for what you refuse to be and what you are encouraging others to refuse to be. Now, of course, in the process, you're going to have your thoughts, but that's a consolation prize. That's not the prize that he seeks. The prize that he seeks is difficult to obtain and sustain in a culture that doesn't produce such things. It's kind of like getting a certain type of fruit that's not really meant to grow in the place that it is. I'm trying to think of an example, but I don't know what fruit grows where, but because because California's so large that pretty much everything grows out here, but I don't think bananas grow. Well, never mind. The point is that it doesn't generate that. It's not designed to make that particular thing. Kind of like China's culture isn't really designed to make pro football players. For a cultural reason, you're not going to find too many of those. Now, if you do, then that person will become a football player, and that happens. But to look at them and say, oh, how come you don't root for the Chinese team? It's like, because there isn't many to root for. I don't know, I'm bad at analogies on this, but y'all get what I'm saying. I don't get at analogies, but this particular one, because it's so nefarious and they do it so often that it's ridiculous. So this was her babe beaten. I'm actually 30 minutes past where I wanted to be. So once again, hit the like button. Like to thank the Cash Apps and Super Chats, managers and moderators, those who are listening silently, and those who participate in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. And remember, this is Game Changer 00100. Game over. Peace.